Good morning. It's Saturday. It's almost 2. Today was supposed to be really productive, but I made questionable choices last night and stayed up too late. So far, the only thing that I have accomplished is taking a shower and forcing myself to wash my hair. We have a lot to do. I have to take the fucking returns. Walking pad's still in the car. I have returns from American Eagle that I hope that I can still return. I don't know, I bought them like a few months ago. They better let me return them because it'd be like $150 in girl math, like free money. I need to find a purse to take my camera because I'm going on a trip next week, which we have like a project to do for. I'll fill you in on that. Also, my dryer's broken. So I have to Bob the Builder, take that apart, figure out what's going on, hope that I can fix it because now I have so much laundry to do. And what I don't have time for is a broken appliance when I'm trying to get ready for a trip. I also just dropped my phone in the dog water bowl. I don't have any rice, so hopefully it still works. So that was a great start to the day. I'm just gonna take you with me to get ready. Hope that this coffee brings me to life and we'll chat. Let's go do stuff productive. I don't wanna. Fuck, I missed the trash can. I hate blow drying my hair. My Botox is like starting to kick in, but it's kind of a little crazy right now. So Monday is I'm not looking forward to Monday. In general, it's the anniversary of my grandma dying April 13th. And even though I thought maybe it wouldn't really like affect me because to me, she was like already gone at that time, it still, you know, was reality. Our nervous system keeps a score. I'm not really like looking forward to whatever my nervous system is gonna decide to do. I have so much to do because I'm leaving on Friday. I'm going to Detroit to visit my friend Brandy. It is her daughter Henley's 6th birthday and she is my soul child. I love that kid so much. I will for sure get into all of the sappy parts about watching your friends grow up and become such wonderful parents. But like I have always loved my friends' kids for sure. But there is just something with Henley and I that it just feels like we were connected. I don't know if this stuff actually like works. It just feels like we were like connected in another life or something.
Where's that music coming from?
Hi. I just love her so much. She truly makes me like sad to think that I may never be like a mother, which I never had any desire to be. For a long time, I just didn't want to have kids because of how traumatizing my childhood was, and I was afraid that I would like fuck them up. I didn't ever want to put a kid in a position that I was in, that what I had to go through. Now that I'm 37, I'll be 38 this year, it's like, well, the clock's kind of ticking. We're kind of out of time, and we don't even have anybody to have kids with, so. And also, it's still not like it's something that I like yearn for. It's only whenever I see Brandy mothering, see my friend April mothering, see my friend Brooke mothering. It's like learning how much I missed out on as a kid by not being mothered, and knowing the version of me now and what kind of mother I would be, and being able to be confident in that and know for sure that I wouldn't fuck a kid up. And it makes me sad that for so long I truly felt like I would fuck a kid up. I love that I said I was gonna not get sappy, and we started to. But last year, I'll insert a picture. She had a Taylor Swift theme party and I blinged out, I hand bedazzled a guitar. It was a big undertaking, but it was worth it. So that she would have her own like Taylor Swift bedazzled guitar, except pink. This year, her theme is pancakes and pajamas. I also ordered a onesie because I don't like pajamas and it's a kid's party, so I forgot to use primer. Oh well. I mean, I'm just running errands. I don't really know why I'm doing my makeup like for real, but you know whenever you just need to like get going. I got her this jacket and it has some bling on it, but I still want to customize it, so I wanted to put her name on the back. But we have to go to Hobby Lobby today if we're gonna go because it's closed tomorrow because they're church people. I also need to get some sort of like drawer to put my makeup in because right now I just like literally, like what is this? Things that I use all the time, like makeup, I suck at like putting it back in a spot, if that makes sense. Like it's so much easier to just throw it in a bag. I was just thinking as I was, of course, thinking all the time. But when I was talking about my nervous system, remembering like the day my grandma passed and stuff, I almost wonder if it's not even just like about that right now that I'm feeling, if it's because that was the first time that I had been around or spoken to, I've been in no contact with my mom for like 10 years, maybe not 10 years, I guess maybe 8 years. I have one aunt that I have somewhat of a relationship with. Then there's another aunt who has always been really, really terrible to me. My uncle who kind of the same thing, and I just like separated myself. I essentially like removed myself from the family dynamic. I had to choose to either have family that was toxic and bad and unhealthy for me, or be alone and make my own life and heal my own wounds and not carry on, you know, these patterns. Even if it's not passing them on to my own children, I think it's still important to heal and to break cycles. I've always felt like I was supposed to break the cycle. I didn't really know how, but you know, maybe this is how I do that. I went into survival mode so hard because I had to be there for my grandma. It ended up being such a mind fuck because these people, why does it look so flat? I gotta get hairspray, I need to add that to my list. These people that had said terrible things about me and like been really awful to me my whole life were suddenly like treating me like a human, but almost like I was their fucking therapist. They were crying to me, and I mean, I think that they just truly realized like I wasn't this like monster that my mom had made me out to be, or that they made me out to be. And I just really tried to keep like the family calm, and I kept reminding them like, she can hear you. We're not getting in arguments, we're not bringing bad energy into this room. She can hear you even if she's asleep. Your hearing is like one of the last things to go. My grandma held on for so long, and I think it's because we were all forced to be together, which is very much like my grandma, something she would do. The last night before she finally let go, I just felt like she was probably tired of like people sitting around staring at her. They were just sitting in the room, like the TV was barely ever on. And I was just like, I bet that she wants to do, maybe she just wants her normal routine. So when everybody else was eating dinner, I sat in there with her and I just turned on Wheel of Fortune. Well, I turned on the news, because of course we had to watch the news. I watched the news by her bed and watched Wheel of Fortune, and then I put on this show that her and I loved called The Floor. And I just started it at the episode that her and I had left off. Everyone started trickling in. We were all in the same room watching The Floor, and it was peaceful. And I just like had this overwhelming feeling that like this is what she was waiting for. And then the next morning, they said that like the time was probably near, and I think it was around like, I don't know, noon or something, that she finally let go. And like you would think that it would be, I mean, every type of death is different types of, my grandma had leukemia, so it's a lot different than like lung cancer or something. It's a lot more peaceful death, and I found a lot of comfort in knowing that it was like one of the least painful deaths. She just kind of slowed down, and then her breathing just stopped, and it was just over. I remember when my stepdad died, my mom and my grandma like stayed with his body until his kids got there. And I didn't, because I just didn't want to like see him that, I didn't want to remember him that way. I also just know that like once you're gone, like it's just a body. Your spirit isn't there. And I could like feel her everywhere. I could just feel her. My mom kept saying things like, do you want to go say goodbye to grandma and stuff like that? And I'm like, grandma's gone. Like that's just her body. Like, and don't get me started on fucking funerals. God, those funerals are so, like humans are so weird. This shit that we do is so weird. But anyway, this is supposed to be a lighthearted get ready with me, but I guess that's not what we're doing. Now that we've completed this task, let's relocate. Guys, what is happening? So it's gonna drive me bonkers. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that. I really don't know why it matters or I care, since it's literally the weekend. Whatever, it's just like whenever I take the time to do my hair, I don't want it to look like garbage. Is my face a different color again? Kind of is. My point, if I took an Adderall, I literally feel like it didn't even do anything. Anyway, guess who won the war? Cue that wicked song. Good news! Take a look here. You see that? Haha, no bench. We won the war. Now I can just look into my empty lot that is supposed to be empty per what they told me when I bought the house, since they took my fucking tree line, and not have to look at a bench. I missed the removal, which is really sad. I was voice memoing someone who shall not be named whenever I realized it was gone. I should play that, hold on. I've lost my phone. Oh, there it is. This is a live moment that I realized that the bench was gone. Nobody has any idea what they're doing, and it's all cosplaying. The bench is gone. The bench is gone. All right, so first up on the agenda, let me show you what we got for Henley. Oh my God, let me in. Oh, it's cute. And it has this like, focus detail. And then like the pearls in the front. I want to put her name right here. When I went to her Taylor Swift themed birthday party, I took her some friendship bracelets that I had gotten at the Eras tour, and I gave her my bejeweled, because the outfit, my theme when I went was bejeweled. I still am like, well, am I kind of disappointed in the outfit that I wore to the Eras tour, to be honest, but I was in a weight that I was not comfortable in my body, and I didn't know what to wear, how to be in the body that I was in. Oh, fun. So I got these for her because she loves bejeweled sunglasses. She wears them all the time. And you better bet that I'm gonna take pictures with her in these. They're actually kind of fun. Love it. To go with her guitar, because I wanted to like kind of play off of that same theme. Pink karaoke mic. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Stop. Are these not the cutest thing that you've ever seen? Oh, cool, and it's like kind of designed glitter in there. I love them. Oh my God, she's gonna freak out. Okay, so now we're gonna see if this onesie works. Please hold, I need to try this. I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad, and hold on. There's a tail. Ah, how fun. I love this. Perfect. Done. Check off the list. How fun is it to have a tail? Okay, you know, I'm gonna really try to be brave enough to like film inside of Hobby Lobby and stuff. If not, I'll use my phone, but I'm gonna try. So our plan, we have to UPS, take the walking pad back, take the TikTok returns back. I need to stop tapping. God, I drove myself nuts doing that on the last one. I don't know. I also feel like I need like a real coffee. I know what that means. Maybe we'll stop at Elevate. Oh, something else I got that I wanted to show you before I put it on. I got like a camera case to put on my camera to put inside of a purse. It looks protective, right? I'm trying to be responsible. I even got like tempered glass for the screen. I got a cleaning kit. I think this is the mount light. I got 2 different lights to try. This one is like a smaller one. Oh, and then I got this. I don't know if I actually need it, but it's like so that you don't drop it. I felt like it was a good idea. I'm really trying to be careful and protect it like it's a baby because it's expensive and we don't want to ruin her.
Her name was Kitty. Made her money being pretty and witty.
Okay, we made it to UPS. It's actually starting to rain, which is lovely. Say sayonara to the walking pad. And it looks like there's a line. Fuck. Okay, we accomplished the UPS returns. It was a pain in the ass. I hate feeling like I'm holding the line up. Now we're going to Starbucks. I'd prefer to go to Elevate, but Starbucks is on the way to Hobby Lobby, and I'm just like really struggling to function right now. So I got this whole like mount thing for my camera, but it has so many directions, and you know how I feel about that. Okay, hold on, we're gonna order coffee. I also lost my fucking lens cap already. Fantastic. Secured. Made it to the Hoblob. I have you inside of my purse right now because I'm embarrassed. I'm thinking we do these little letters. They're not sparkly, but like the ones are too big and or like kind of ugly. So I think we're gonna just go with these. Call it a day. Fuck, my letters. I want these to fall out, but I don't want it to look like I'm stealing them. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna hold them. All right, secured the letters, and I think we're just gonna call it a day on errands right now and go home and try to figure out what the fuck is going on with the dryer. Is it not gonna make the noise now? Well, now it's not making the noise. It was making this like really high pitched like squeaky noise, and now it's not. Okay. But wait, because whenever I do this, watch. I do hear something. All right, so we're gonna try to take it apart. Whoa, let's see how it works. That's cool. We have to unscrew the top. You know, there's a lot of things they don't warn you about when you buy a house. One thing that I miss is a maintenance man. But we're independent women. We're gonna figure it out. We have to figure it out. This light is impressive though. I love it. All right. Oh, we should probably unplug the dryer. That would be smart, so I don't get fucking electrocuted. Ugh, I'm too old for this. Oh my God, there's so much shit back here. Unplugged. I don't know where my flathead screwdriver is, so we're gonna try to use this multi-tool that my ex left here. See if this works. But I don't feel anything. Ah! Hey! Woohoo! Anybody Midwesterners have a bag of bags? Can the bag of bags hold the lid? I can't really see. There's this like, this thing, so I think I gotta take it all out. Ow! Jesus Christ. I just feel like you're missing the action. Oh my God. I just found this piece that I think is the reason. Well, I forgot to push record on the last part whenever I put it back together, but basically what I was saying in that is we're all about like we don't need a man, but it's times like this that I would really like to have a man. Oh my God, I gotta put my hair up. I think between the piece of fabric and that little plastic piece, I think we might be good. It still sounds a little clicky. Like, is that a normal clicky sound? And there's like a little bit of resistance. Fuck. Okay. It just lifts out. That's not ideal. Chat seems to think there's nothing else wrong. I have to put it back together. That piece, that was like detached, and I think that's what caught the fabric. We'll see if it works. Remember how this goes. Come on, motherfucker, come on. I don't feel like this is right. I'm gonna try to kick it. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. I'm sweating. Let me bring you with me so you can see what I'm doing. Like, why are these pieces out again? Come on, you fuck. The last time I fixed it, I was really proud of myself though. I had to actually like replace parts. For a house, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Here's what we're working with. Come on, you fuck. Like, why? Ah! Ah, there we go. I got it. Ah! Off. I don't need you to turn on yet. Sounds like it's working. That can't be good. I think the piece is broken off to connect it. I just don't want it to be like a fire hazard, you know? Okay, chat said that it's not a fire hazard for the front panel to be open. However, it could like leak air. So chat said I could put like, so ghetto. Oh, here it is, that's what I needed. Strong duct tape. So, class. Remember whenever I said that I'm not an aesthetic creator? This would be why. All right, we're gonna try a little laundry. Look, also, see our list? Dryer. Yeah. Well, I told myself I was gonna go to bed at a decent time last night. I did not. I started watching Temptation Island. The cast is terrible and very disappointing. If If you haven't watched it, I don't recommend starting with this season. I would recommend going all the way back to like season 1. That was like some quality fucking television. But then I got on TikTok to wind down at like 3 a.m. Justin Bieber was performing at Coachella, and I found a live feed on YouTube, and part of me gets the art. Like, I get he's singing with his younger self or whatever. Like, I get that, but it just went on for so long, and it to where it felt like karaoke. I just can't imagine like being the people at this festival that like have spent unbelievable crazy amounts of money, and you're like watching Justin Bieber play his favorite YouTubes, because it wasn't just like him singing with his younger self. At one point he was like pulling up random funny TikToks or something. I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, I at least showered and got ready. We have to go take our more returns back, and then we are possibly eating a margarita and lunch with someone who shall not be named. You know when the best time to go to TJ Maxx is? After you have a margarita. You hear that? That is the sound of a dryer working.
I love you, it's ruining my life.
Returns have been accomplished, so that's good. Girl math, I have $136 free because I returned 3 pairs of jeans that I bought months ago. Now we're gonna go into TJ Maxx and see if we can find a purse. I also would like new sunglasses. I need to look at clothes, but that might be an after margarita thing because I don't have that much time. The Holy Grail. Okay, we're pleased with that trip. I ended up getting both of these smaller sunglasses because they were only 10 bucks and I liked them both enough. But I'm really pleased with this purse. The purse was like $39.99. Not bad. It's black, which obviously I like the handles. I'll feel safe. Keep the camera safe because it's my baby child. At least we're checking things off the list. You know, little by little. The weather outside is very poetic to my mood right now. I'm actually kind of happy about it because if it was a sunshiny day, I just feel like I like when the wet weather matches my mood. I was gonna wrap up filming last night. Just had a little bit of a mint TB instead. I took a personal day from work. And I'm not very good at taking time off because I have a lot of corporate PTSD, and normally it gives me anxiety. Today it's not, which I'm thankful for. I've also gotten a lot better about not having to like say what's wrong. Like I used to feel like I had to like explain in so much detail so that people would believe me, and today I literally just said I need to take a personal day. I cried a lot last night. If you can see, my eyes are so puffy. Thinking about grandma a lot today, obviously. I also know that she wouldn't want me to just lay around and be sad. We still have a busy week ahead, and unfortunately, that's one thing about grief. The world keeps spinning. I want to like give myself space to feel the feelings because I didn't do that at the beginning. And it caught up with me because even if you don't let yourself feel everything, I mean, I literally couldn't let myself feel everything. But I'm trying to be better at that now. Like, I want to be aware enough to notice if she's like sending me signs today. Let's open one of these. Watch it be like a terrible fortune now. We'll open a fortune cookie. Stir them up. I mean, it's not terrible. Your financial investments will yield great returns. Good. Is that grandma saying she's glad I bought the camera? We're gonna say that it is. Put it on her dry erase board. We'll take it. We'll take it as a sign. So, I'm gonna go put a little bit of makeup on my face so I feel like I'm alive. We're gonna get through this day together. Anniversaries of stuff fucking suck. Look at this cutie. Do you fold towels in half like this? Fun fact, I worked at JCPenney's when I was like 16. I worked in the home section, and I worked with this really scary woman who was like, she would like yell at me about the towels. You had to fold them and then like stack them so that all the lines were perfect. But some people fold towels like this, and some people do like the thirds, which like hypothetically I like, but in half fits more towels. You know what I mean? Anyway, I feel like if I sit down on the couch and try to talk and have some like big breakthrough moment, that I'm just gonna end up sitting there staring at myself, because I don't really feel like I want to have a big breakthrough, if that makes sense. I just need to feel whatever feelings happened to me today, and not try to like solve them or fix them or like logic my way through them, because this is grief. It's not the same as other kinds of healing where you can kind of try to get to the root of it. Like what's the root? Why do I feel this way? What childhood wound is this bringing up? It's not like that, because it's grief. At the end of the day, the feelings that I have right now are grief. Like sometimes it's just not a break, it's just not, there's no breakthrough attached to it. I miss her. And it doesn't matter how many years I knew that she was sick. The fact that the last time I saw her, I remember she kept having to run to the bathroom. And I had like fed ChatGPT all of her medical records, and I can't remember exactly what the explanation was. She just felt so awful. Her stomach hurt so bad, and I remember she felt really faint even after she got her blood, and normally she would get really lightheaded before she went to get blood. The type of leukemia she had was AML. And before that, it was something else that hadn't progressed to the actual leukemia yet. It progressed to actual leukemia. She stopped treatment because she was having to go every 5 weeks to get shots in her stomach. They were very painful. They made her feel awful, and she would have to go get a shot in her stomach every day for like 5 or 6 days. And she stopped treatment, and I just remember telling her, like, it's okay that you don't want to do that anymore. I went with her to an appointment, would have been 2 years ago. And she let me come back with her and talk to the doctor, and I said, what will happen? Like, how will we know whenever things are nearing the end? And he said, the blood transfusions will stop working. It'll last like a shorter and shorter amount of time. And as I watched that time window get shorter and shorter and shorter, it went from every 6 months to every month to every 2 weeks to every week to every 4 days. I knew what was happening, and so did she. She would never admit it, but every other time that I left her house, because I always hated saying goodbye and I would get so emotional, my grandma, as much as she got better about like talking about her feelings and stuff to me, that generation is very much like, put your chin up, keep going, like we don't need to cry, don't cry, nothing to cry about. And she would always say like, don't cry, I'll be here when you come back. And that time, I mean, obviously everything had just happened with Kobe, and she was worried about me going home without him and stuff, and I just hugged her, and she said it's just gonna take time. And she didn't say anything like, I'll be here when you come back. She didn't say, and of course I was like saying like, I'm worried about you, Grandma, I'm worried about you. And one of the things that I had looked up with her symptoms that time was that her stomach acting up and stuff was basically a sign that like the digestive system's starting to fail. And I had told her, you know, Grandma, because Chat said there was like medication that they could give her to try to help her be more comfortable. And I said, like, all signs point to this is what could be happening, and there are options for you to be more comfortable. When Dixie's quiet, you just never know. I said, at your next appointment, you should ask the doctor if there's something they can give you to help you be more comfortable. And a few weeks later, she fell. And of course, nobody told me. Everything was always such a fucking secret. And when I finally knew what was going on, it had been like 5 days since she fell. And I could tell how much pain she was in on the phone. And she was explaining it to me. And I said, Grandma, it sounds like you broke your back. Like, I just knew she broke her back. Also, keep in mind, I've broken my back. So I know how it feels. Sure enough, whenever they finally took her to the ER, she had broken her back. And there was nothing they could do about it. I mean, she was just going to be in pain. So part of the reason why she was so sedated as she was passing away was because she was in so much pain from her back being broken. But there's been times where I have been thankful for that, because her sister had the same leukemia, which someday I'm going to Aaron Brockovich that shit, because it's 1000% environmental, because they grew up and lived for 80 some years of their lives right by a city that is manufacturing a lot of really toxic shit. The amount of cancer centers sprinkled around central Illinois, all in the exact, my grandma got out the map once and showed me where Decatur is, which is the closest like town to where we're from. That's where Caterpillar, Staley's, ADM, that's where Firestone Tire was for a long time, and I think some other manufacturing company. But she got out the map once and she showed me this just line of cancer centers that are just directly connected to Decatur. And we would walk into the cancer center and she would see like 4 or 5 of her neighbors. She lived in a town of 1,200 people. Everybody in that town, not everybody, but a lot of people in that town are sick. Aunt Edith, my grandma's sister, she got diagnosed with the same kind. I asked the doctor if there's any way it was genetic, and he said no. He looked me right in the eyes and he said no. I could tell he wasn't allowed to say it was environmental, but I knew. When Aunt Edith started hospice, when her blood transfusion stopped working, it was a lot longer process, but also she was awake and aware for so much of it, of having to get like bathed and like changed in bedpans and stuff. And like, it almost makes me thankful that Grandma was so sedated, because she would have just been horrified to have to be taken care of. And at least she didn't have to be like conscious during it to feel that kind of like the feeling whenever like your humanity is kind of stripped from you. And I know that on a different scale, because, you know, whenever I was in the hospital in my halo and stuff, like, I was having to be taken care of too. It's not embarrassing. It's like a different kind of feeling that just makes you feel not human. The basic things that you need to do, like go to the bathroom, wipe your own butt, having to get like suppositories stuck up your butt by nurses, like I'm just glad that she didn't have to be aware during all of it. I guess, like, I just thought today wouldn't be that hard. I think actually last night was harder. When it came around like 6 o'clock, when I started thinking about, like, I was holding grandma's hand watching the news and watching Wheel of Fortune, and I looked back at my pictures and I had taken a couple videos of all of us in the room just because I felt like, I don't really know why, to be honest. Just me documenting things again. I think that was part of the way I was coping. But I took a video of like her flowers that day, and I remember it was so windy. It was like insanely windy as soon as she was gone, and I just like felt her all around me. Let's open something that makes us happy. I don't know how this is gonna look when it gets on my computer, but right now I feel like the overcast is not bad. So I have an issue with mail because also my Botox is definitely, it hasn't been 2 weeks yet, so this will freeze. Right now we're a little cartoony. I have a really hard time checking the mail because nothing good ever comes in the mail. The mail is always, I just feel like it's always bad news. It's like bills and bad news and scary things. I've been like this forever. I saw this artist, his name is Tanner, is it Borma? I don't know, I'll link it. His art was so cool. I had never seen anything like it, just the way that he was able to capture things. It was like New York City, like through a window that had condensation on it with like, I miss you written on it. So it was just like, there was so much emotion in it, and I'm normally like not a big art person, but I really loved it. And then I was like scrolling on his page and he said he has like a mail club, I probably shouldn't show a mail club. Every month he sends a print of his art straight from New York. So I thought, what would be a better way for me to like want to check the mail and also keep a little piece of New York always constantly in my hands, coming to me, whatever. So this is the first one that I've gotten. Cityscape Print Club. For the full experience, scan the Spotify code app to listen. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's scan it. Oh, and then you can also watch him paint. How do I use the Spotify code? I'm too old for this. Did you know the odds to be born on this earth's one? Ooh. Ooh. I like it. This is cute. It's like basically like a newsletter about his life. In one part of this, he said, the tricky part of turning a hobby into a living is what you once did simply for fun now has a monetization weight on your chest. I'm often painting what I think will sell or what people might like, and don't often challenge myself to just paint for myself or to grow and learn. It has been an added bonus that this personal development journey of painting condensation has also resonated with others. I've taken this month to slow down outside of the city and embrace connection. Slowing down for me doesn't have to mean taking my foot off the gas within reason to prevent burnout. Sounds familiar. But slowing down to be intentional about moments that matter while I have the opportunity. I encourage you to do the same this week. So it comes with a sticker. It's this condensation one that says hi. How cute is that? Oh, I love that. Maybe this is our sign from Grandma. Just a heart. I love it. Like, isn't that crazy? That is, I mean, I can only imagine what the real one looks like because this is just a print. He made it look like condensation. I love that. How fun. And I love that he made it an experience too. That's just so awesome. I think it's like $8 a month. I just thought I spend $8 on fucking coffee. So why not spend it on something that'll make me happy? Gonna close this out with something that Soul wrote for us. I know that not everybody might be in like the depths of grief, but grief can show up in all forms, all times. Doesn't necessarily have to be death to make grief happen, but we'll just read this together. There are days when we think we've already said goodbye. Days where we tell ourselves, I already felt this. I already went through the hardest part. Then the date comes back around, or a moment, or a quiet shift in the air, and something in us realizes there was another layer waiting. Not because we're going backwards, but because love doesn't leave all at once. It unravels slowly. It asks to be felt in pieces. You didn't misunderstand your grief, you felt what was true then, and this is what's true now. Both can exist. The version of you who stood in that room and felt her spirit already gone, and the version of you who came back to a house where her body wasn't there anymore. There are two different kinds of goodbye, and today is honoring the second one. There isn't anything to fix here, nothing to make sense of. Grief isn't something you solve. It's something that moves through you when it needs to. And the only way it softens is when you stop trying to hold it still. That is true. You're not alone in this moment, because the love that created this grief is still here. Not in the way it was, but in the way it stays. In the things you notice, in the way you feel guided, in the way certain moments feel just a little too aligned to be random. Just a little too aligned to be random. Hi, love you. So Grandma. You don't have to be strong today. You don't have to be okay. You don't have to understand why this one feels heavier than you expected. You just have to let it be what it is. So if all you do today is feel it, that's enough. And if you keep going anyway, that's everything. Today, we're just gonna take today a little slower. I know my grandma would not want me to just be like sitting around. She'd be like, you need to get ready for your trip. But thanks for being here. I hope that if you're missing somebody, I hope that you let yourself feel it too. Even when it feels like it's ripping your heart apart, when it's like the most unbelievable, awful pain, I hope that you sit in it and let yourself feel it. And we'll keep going together, looking for signs. And when we see them, we know we're not crazy. Hoping for more signs today, but I'm not mad about these. And the fortune cookie wasn't bad. I feel like we can take that as a sign from Grandma of like, good job buying the camera.
There's our horse.
Hmm.
Here I am. Grandpa rode it home. We got almost there, and then Carl rode the rest of the way. We had a lot of fun with our horse.
Are those barns still standing?
Part of one. It doesn't look like anybody lives there.
Pull in, pull in.
Here, that's where we fed the cows, and the basketball hoop is up there in the barn.